Hey guys, Stanka B here again. Hope you're ready for some wrenching with Stanka B. Looks like Kenzie is. Yeah. So today, I'm going to introduce you to Preston and Trina's Trailblazer. This is going to be the first out of probably a 2 or 3 part series of videos I'll try to get done for you in 2 or 3 weeks. Next on the chopping block. What's wrong with it, you say? It's got less than 60,000 miles on it. It's in great shape. It's all-wheel drive. It's got an all-aluminum V8 already. Sounds like a pretty nice vehicle. What might be wrong with it, you say? Let's find out. What's wrong with you?
Come on, speak to me, speak to me.
It's probably Joffrey.
Speaker, speak to me.
I'm listening. I can't hear you. And the answer is D-O-D. And not Department of Defense. No. Displacement on demand. Now, GM later went on to call this active fuel management, or AFM. I think that's better. I mean, it takes the pushrod V8 engine design and it adds a bunch of complexity and these really complicated spiderwebby oil passages and these weird lifters with springs and valves and different oil pump stuff, and it just isn't such a good idea in practice as it seems on paper. So we went with the Texas Speed Kit, which comes with everything you need in order to fix this factory problem. So let's start tearing it down. The reason this job's so time-consuming and expensive is you have to take the entire front end of the truck apart. You can't pull the cam out with the radiator and condenser in the way, and there's a lot of other things that you have to get out of the way in order to remove those. We're going to be replacing the lifters and the camshaft, so we need to pull all of that off. So now you can see me removing the valve covers, exhaust manifolds, intake manifold, all the wiring harnesses. Stanka B, Stanka tip. Don't forget to vacuum up debris as you pull the intake off if you don't want to get it in the engine. Now on an LS engine, you have to remove the cylinder heads to get the lifters out. Here you can see me removing the rocker arm shaft and assemblies, all the push rods, after the valve cover, and then cracking the head bolts loose on the passenger side. So there you can see the passenger side head and head gasket come off. The anticipation's killing me. This Trailblazer had a cylinder 4 misfire, a dead miss, and it didn't change if you activated or deactivated cylinder displacement. Looking at the cylinder 4 lifters, I finally found the problem. One of those overcomplicated lifters is collapsed, causing that valve to never open and the engine to have a misfire.
Do one of these things is not like the other one. One of these things just doesn't belong. One of these things was making your car run bad, and I think it was that one.
NASA engineers examined footage.
But that was just from one side, number 4. Nah.
Upon further inspection, as soon as I pulled the camshaft out, it was clear there was some damage on the cam bearings. These are one of the last things to get oil. It made me think that probably the mains and rods didn't get oil either. While inspecting everything and talking to Preston, it was clear the oil pan leaked like a sieve. That, coupled with the damaged cam bearings, made engine removal a necessity. Looks like we're going to do a full engine rebuild with bearings, rings, and everything. In order to remove the engine oil pan, since it's all-wheel drive, you have to remove the axles, differential, and transfer case which bolt to the oil pan. Well, we might as well paint the thing while we're at it. I had some engine paint left over, and Preston and Trina chose the Grabber Green I had on the shelf. Now, I don't have a hot tank, so manual cleaning of all the parts was a must. Here you can see all the main caps, windage tray, and bolts being cleaned. Lots and lots of degreaser and elbow grease. Glad the degreaser doesn't remove the elbow grease. Oh, and brake clean. Here you can see me removing the old cam bearings in preparation for the new ones. Here's a fun fact during a montage. GM claimed that this DOD, or AFM, would improve fuel economy 5.5 to 7.5%. I think a better statistic would be how much money are you going to save on 7.5% better fuel economy if you got to pay $4,500 to repair the system that saved you the 7.5%. One of the last steps after procuring all the new parts for the rebuild was to hone the cylinders. With the low mileage on this engine, everything was in spec. So really all we needed to do was deglaze the cylinders with a straight hone.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That was fun! So that was probably a month and a half's worth of work that you just saw there in those 7-8 minutes. The next episode of this video, you want to stay tuned for this. You definitely want to stay tuned for this. We're going to go through clearancing, checking tolerances, grinding piston rings, fitting piston rings, reinstalling everything. It's going to be a fun time. I think that's going to be episode 2, and then the next one, the third week, we're going to do the first start, first drive, check the thing out. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of Stanka B Wrenching, subscribe to this channel or keep an eye on Rustpin Motors at Facebook. Thanks.